Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to tell about a story which is called Silly Sorcerer's Spell. Enjoy it. Once upon a time, in the whimsical land of Wonderville, there lived a rather peculiar sorcerer named Silly Sorcerer. He wasn't like any other sorcerer you might have heard of. Instead of casting spells to solve problems, he often ended up making things even more complicated. Silly Sorcerer's house sat atop a hill, surrounded by lush green trees and colorful flowers. His house was as quirky as he was, with crooked chimneys and windows of all shapes and sizes. Despite his oddities, the people of Wonderville adored him for his kind heart and cheerful demeanor. One sunny morning, as Silly Sorcerer was rummaging through his cluttered attic, he stumbled upon an old, dusty book hidden behind a stack of spell scrolls. Curiosity sparked in his eyes as he blew off the dust and opened the book. Inside, he found a recipe for a potion he had never heard of before, the happiness elixir. This seems like just the thing Wonderville needs. Silly Sorcerer exclaimed to himself, his excitement bubbling over. He quickly gathered the ingredients listed in the recipe, a sprinkle of laughter, a dash of joy, a pinch of kindness, and a handful of sunshine. With his cauldron bubbling and his wand at the ready, Silly Sorcerer set to work, following the instructions in the book to the letter. As he stirred the potion clockwise and then counterclockwise, he couldn't help but hum a merry tune. But just as he was about to add the final ingredient, a gust of wind blew through the open window, causing Silly Sorcerer to sneeze right into the cauldron. Achoo! "Oh dear," Silly Sorcerer said, wiping his nose with his sleeve. "I hope that didn't ruin the potion." But before he could inspect the cauldron, a bright light erupted from within, filling the room with dazzling colors. When the light faded, Silly Sorcerer peered into the cauldron and gasped in amazement. Instead of the clear, shimmering liquid he had expected, the potion had turned into a thick, bubbling go that seemed to have a life of its own. It giggled and wiggled, sending sparks of laughter dancing around the room. "What have I done?" Silly Sorcerer muttered, scratching his head in confusion. "I didn't mean to create a giggling go." But as he looked closer, he noticed something remarkable. The air around him felt lighter, and a warm, fuzzy feeling spread through his chest. Despite the go's unexpected appearance, Silly Sorcerer couldn't help but smile. "Perhaps this isn't exactly what I had in mind," he mused, "but maybe it's exactly what Wonderville needs." And with that thought, Silly Sorcerer carefully bottled up the giggling go and set off down the hill, eager to share his creation with the people of Wonderville. As Silly Sorcerer made his way through the bustling streets of Wonderville, the bottle containing the giggling go jiggled and wiggled in his hand, spreading waves of laughter wherever it went. Passers-by couldn't help but chuckle as they caught sight of the mischievous go. And soon, the entire town was filled with the sound of joyous laughter. Word of Silly Sorcerer's latest creation spread like wildfire, and soon, a crowd had gathered outside his colorful cottage, eager to catch a glimpse of the giggling go. "Come one, come all," Silly Sorcerer called out, his eyes twinkling with excitement. "Behold, the happiness elixir, guaranteed to bring laughter and joy to all who dare to try it." With a flourish of his wand, Silly Sorcerer uncorked the bottle, releasing a burst of giggles into the air. The crowd erupted into fits of laughter, their worries and troubles melting away in the presence of the magical go. But as the laughter subsided and the townsfolk went about their day, Silly Sorcerer couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't quite right. The giggling go seemed to have a mind of its own, darting this way and that, leaving a trail of laughter in its wake. "I hope I haven't created a monster," Silly Sorcerer muttered to himself, his brow furrowed with concern. Sure enough, as the sun began to set and the streets grew quiet, the giggling go's mischief escalated. It slithered into shops and homes, turning everything it touched into a playground of laughter and chaos. Pots and pans danced in the air, tickling anyone who dared to come near. Furniture sprouted legs and began to waltz around the room, much to the delight of onlookers. But as the night wore on and exhaustion set in, the people of Wonderville found themselves longing for peace and quiet. The giggling antics had gone from amusing to downright disruptive, and they looked to Silly Sorcerer for a solution. "I'm sorry, everyone," Silly Sorcerer said, hanging his head in shame. "I never meant for things to get so out of hand. I'll do whatever it takes to make things right." With determination in his heart, Silly Sorcerer set out to round up the giggling, his wand at the ready. But no matter how hard he tried, the proved to be too slippery and elusive, darting through the streets with a mischievous twinkle in its eye. Just when it seemed like all hope was lost, Silly Sorcerer had an idea. He remembered the words of the ancient spellbook and whispered them under his breath, channeling his magic into a powerful incantation. "By laughter's might and joy's embrace, I summon thee to this sacred place." In an instant, the giggling froze in its tracks, drawn to Silly Sorcerer's magic like a moth to a flame. With a flick of his wand, Silly Sorcerer contained the once more, trapping it inside a sturdy glass jar. "There, that should do the trick," Silly Sorcerer said with a sigh of relief. "Now, let's get this back where it belongs before it causes any more mischief." And with the help of the townsfolk, Silly Sorcerer returned the giggling to its rightful place atop the hill, where it could spread laughter and joy without causing chaos. As the sun rose on a new day, the people of Wonderville gathered to thank Silly Sorcerer for his bravery and ingenuity. Though the giggling had caused quite a commotion, it had also brought the town closer together, reminding them of the power of laughter in even the darkest of times. With the giggling safely contained once more, peace and harmony returned to the land of Wonderville. But Silly Sorcerer couldn't shake the feeling that there was still more magic to be found within the town's borders. Determined to spread joy in a more controlled manner this time, Silly Sorcerer set to work on a new creation. He gathered the finest ingredients from all corners of Wonderville, the sweetest smiles, the warmest hugs, and the brightest laughter. With a twinkle in his eye and a skip in his step, Silly Sorcerer brewed his latest concoction, the Laughter Potion. This time, he made sure to follow the recipe carefully, avoiding any sneezes or unexpected gusts of wind. When the potion was finally ready, Silly Sorcerer invited the people of Wonderville to his cottage once more, eager to share his latest creation with them. The townsfolk gathered around, their eyes shining with anticipation as Silly Sorcerer unveiled the sparkling liquid. "Behold, the Laughter Potion," Silly Sorcerer proclaimed, holding the bottle high above his head. "With just one sip, you'll be filled with joy and merriment like never before." The people of Wonderville lined up eagerly, each taking a sip of the potion and letting out peals of laughter that filled the air. Soon, the entire town was enveloped in a blanket of mirth, their hearts light and their spirits lifted. But Silly Sorcerer wasn't done yet. He knew that laughter was meant to be shared with others, and so he set out on a journey to spread the gift of laughter far and wide. From the neighboring villages to the farthest reaches of the kingdom, Silly Sorcerer traveled, bringing joy and happiness wherever he went. And as he traveled, Silly Sorcerer discovered something truly magical. The more laughter he shared, the more it multiplied. Soon, laughter became contagious, spreading from person to person like wildfire and filling the world with light and love. When Silly Sorcerer returned to Wonderville, he was greeted with cheers and applause from the townsfolk, who had heard tales of his wondrous adventures. They thanked him for his kindness and generosity, knowing that their lives would never be the same again. From that day forward, Silly Sorcerer's name became synonymous with laughter and joy in the land of Wonderville. And though he may have started out as a rather peculiar sorcerer, Silly Sorcerer had proven that sometimes, the silliest of spells could lead to the happiest of endings. And so, dear children, remember the tale of Silly Sorcerer and the gift of laughter he brought to the world. For in a world filled with darkness and despair, it is laughter that truly has the power to light up our lives and bring us closer together. I hope you enjoy listening to Silly Sorcerer's spell. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to tell about a story which is called Rainbow Slide Adventure. Enjoy it. In the bustling town of Sunnyvale, there lived a curious and adventurous girl named Mia. Mia had bright, twinkling eyes and a smile that could light up even the cloudiest day. She loved exploring the woods, fields, and hills around her home, always in search of something new and exciting. Her best friend, a playful dog named Max, was always by her side. One sunny Saturday morning, Mia and Max decided to venture into the woods behind their house. The birds were singing, and the flowers were blooming in a riot of colors. Mia packed a small bag with snacks and a bottle of water, and the two set off, eager to see what they could find. As they wandered deeper into the woods, Mia noticed a path she had never seen before. It was overgrown with vines and wildflowers, almost as if it were hiding from the world. Intrigued, Mia decided to follow it. Max, always ready for an adventure, bounded ahead, wagging his tail excitedly. The path twisted and turned, leading them deeper into the heart of the woods. Suddenly, they came upon a clearing. In the middle of the clearing stood an enormous, ancient oak tree. Its branches spread wide, creating a canopy that seemed to touch the sky. Mia felt a sense of awe and wonder as she gazed up at the majestic tree. As they approached the tree, Mia noticed something strange. There was a soft, shimmering glow coming from behind a cluster of bushes near the base of the tree. Curiosity getting the better of her, Mia pushed aside the bushes and gasped in surprise. There, hidden from view, was a colorful, sparkling slide. It seemed to be made of light itself, with every color of the rainbow swirling and shifting along its surface. The slide twisted and turned, disappearing into the depths of the tree trunk. Mia could hardly believe her eyes. "Wow, Max! Look at this!" Mia exclaimed, her voice filled with excitement. Max barked happily, wagging his tail as he sniffed around the base of the slide. Mia's heart raced with excitement. She couldn't wait to see where the slide would take them. Taking a deep breath, she sat down at the top of the slide and gave Max a reassuring pat on the head. "Ready, Max? Here we go." With a whoosh, Mia and Max were off, sliding down the magical rainbow slide. The colors swirled around them, filling Mia's heart with joy and wonder. The slide twisted and turned, and Mia felt as if she were flying through a dream. After what felt like a thrilling eternity, the slide finally came to a gentle stop. Mia and Max tumbled off the end and landed softly on a bed of moss. They were no longer in the woods, but in a place unlike anything Mia had ever seen. They found themselves in a beautiful, enchanted meadow. The grass was a vibrant green, and flowers of every color dotted the landscape. A sparkling stream wound its way through the meadow, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of blossoms. Mia looked around in awe. "This place is amazing, Max. It's like we've stepped into a fairy tale." As they explored the meadow, they met many friendly creatures. There were talking rabbits, singing birds, and even a family of deer who invited Mia and Max to join them for a picnic. Everyone was cheerful and welcoming, and Mia felt an overwhelming sense of happiness. After the picnic, Mia and Max continued their adventure. They followed the stream and soon came to a quaint little village. The houses were made of gingerbread and candy, and the streets were lined with colorful lanterns. The villagers, who were tiny, magical beings called sprites, greeted Mia and Max with open arms. The sprites told Mia that the rainbow slide was a magical portal that only appeared to those with pure hearts and a sense of adventure. They explained that the slide connected their world to the human world and that they had been waiting for someone like Mia to find it. Mia was delighted by this news. She spent the rest of the day exploring the village, playing games with the sprites, and learning about their magical world. As the sun began to set, the village was bathed in a warm, golden glow. Mia knew it was time to head back home, but she promised the sprites she would return soon. The sprites led Mia and Max back to the rainbow slide. With a wave and a smile, Mia said goodbye to her new friends and climbed back onto the slide. The ride back was just as thrilling, and soon Mia and Max found themselves back in the clearing by the ancient oak tree. As they made their way home, Mia couldn't stop thinking about the incredible adventure they had just had. She knew that the magical world of the rainbow slide was always waiting for her, just a slide away. That night, as Mia drifted off to sleep, she dreamed of colorful slides, enchanted meadows, and friendly sprites. She knew that this was just the beginning of her rainbow slide adventure. The next morning, Mia woke up with a sense of excitement bubbling inside her. She couldn't wait to return to the magical world she had discovered. After breakfast, she packed her bag again and set off with Max, eager for another adventure. When they reached the ancient oak tree, Mia was relieved to see the rainbow slide was still there, shimmering in the morning light. She took a deep breath, sat down on the slide, and once again, they were off, zooming down the magical path of colors. They landed back in the enchanted meadow, where the sprites were waiting for them. "Welcome back, Mia and Max," called out a sprite named Luna, who had become Mia's new friend. Luna was a tiny, winged sprite with a sparkly dress and a crown of flowers. She fluttered around Mia and Max, her wings leaving trails of glitter in the air. "We've been waiting for you," she said, her eyes twinkling with excitement. "There's a special quest we need your help with." "A quest?" Mia asked, her eyes wide with curiosity. "What kind of quest?" Luna explained that deep in the heart of their magical world was a hidden treasure, lost for many years. This treasure was said to hold powerful magic that could bring great joy and prosperity to the sprite village. However, only someone with a brave heart and a pure spirit could find it. Mia's heart swelled with determination. "We'll help you find the treasure, Luna," she declared. Max barked in agreement, wagging his tail eagerly. Luna smiled and handed Mia a small, ornate map. "This map will guide you," she said. "But beware, the journey is filled with challenges and tests. You must stay brave and true to find the treasure." With the map in hand, Mia and Max set off on their quest. The first part of their journey led them through a dense, magical forest. The trees were tall and ancient, their leaves shimmering with a silvery light. Mia and Max followed the path marked on the map, marveling at the beauty around them. As they walked, they heard a soft rustling in the bushes. Suddenly, a group of friendly forest creatures emerged. There were squirrels, rabbits, and even a wise old owl. The animals greeted Mia and Max warmly and offered to help guide them through the forest. The owl, whose name was Oliver, perched on a low branch and spoke in a gentle, wise voice. "To find the treasure, you must solve a riddle," he said. "Listen carefully, I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I?" Mia thought for a moment, her brow furrowed in concentration. She loved riddles and was determined to solve this one. After a few moments, she broke into a smile. "An echo," she exclaimed. Oliver hooted with delight. "Correct, Mia. You are truly clever. You may continue on your journey." With the animals guiding them, Mia and Max made their way through the forest and arrived at the edge of a sparkling lake. The water was crystal clear, and they could see colorful fish swimming below the surface. According to the map, they needed to cross the lake to reach the next part of their journey. As they pondered how to get across, a graceful swan glided over to them. "Hello, travelers," the swan said in a melodious voice. "I can help you cross the lake, but first, you must answer my question. What has keys but can't open locks?" Mia smiled, feeling confident. "A piano," she answered. The swan nodded approvingly. "You are right. Climb onto my back, and I will take you across." Mia and Max carefully climbed onto the swan's back, and she gracefully swam across the lake. The journey was peaceful and serene, with the sun shining brightly overhead. When they reached the other side, Mia thanked the swan for her help. They continued following the map, which now led them to a towering mountain. The path up the mountain was steep and rocky, but Mia and Max were determined to reach the top. As they climbed, they encountered a group of friendly mountain goats. One of the goats, named Greta, offered to help them. "We know these mountains well," she said. "But first, you must show us your bravery. There is a narrow bridge ahead that you must cross without fear." Mia took a deep breath and looked at the narrow bridge. It was made of ropes and wooden planks, swaying gently in the breeze. She knew she had to be brave. Holding Max's leash tightly, she stepped onto the bridge and began to walk slowly and carefully. Max followed close behind, his eyes wide but trusting. Halfway across the bridge, Mia felt a surge of confidence. She realized that being brave didn't mean not feeling scared, it meant facing her fears and pushing through them. With this newfound courage, she and Max made it to the other side safely. Greta and the other goats cheered for them. "You did it!" Greta exclaimed. "You are truly brave, Mia. Now, follow the path to the top of the mountain, where you will find the entrance to the hidden cave." Mia and Max continued their climb, finally reaching the top of the mountain. There, they found the entrance to a dark, mysterious cave. Luna's words echoed in Mia's mind, "Stay brave and true." They entered the cave, which was illuminated by glowing crystals embedded in the walls. The path through the cave was winding and narrow, but the crystal's light guided them. At the end of the cave, they found a large, ornate door with intricate carvings. Mia took a deep breath and pushed the door open. Inside, they discovered a vast chamber filled with sparkling treasures. Gold coins, precious jewels, and magical artifacts were piled high. In the center of the room stood a beautiful chest, radiating a soft, golden light. Mia approached the chest and opened it. Inside, she found a glowing, magical crystal. As she touched it, she felt a warm, comforting energy flow through her. The crystal's light grew brighter, filling the chamber with a radiant glow. Luna and the other sprites appeared, their faces beaming with joy. "You did it, Mia. You found the lost treasure," Luna exclaimed. "This crystal holds the magic of our world. With it, we can bring joy and prosperity to our village once more." Mia felt a sense of pride and happiness. She had completed the quest and helped her new friends. "I'm so glad we could help," she said, smiling at Luna. With the crystal safely in their possession, the sprites led Mia and Max back to the village. The entire village celebrated their return, throwing a grand feast in their honor. There was music, dancing, and laughter, and Mia felt a deep sense of belonging. As the celebration continued, Luna presented Mia with a special gift, a small, enchanted pendant. "This will allow you to visit our world whenever you wish," Luna explained. "You and Max are always welcome here." Mia thanked Luna and the sprites, feeling grateful for their friendship. As the sun set and the stars began to twinkle in the sky, Mia knew that this was a day she would never forget. When it was time to leave, Mia and Max made their way back to the rainbow slide. With one last wave to their friends, they slid back to their world, their hearts full of joy and wonder. That night, as Mia lay in bed, she thought about the incredible adventure they had experienced. She knew that the magic of the rainbow slide and the world of the sprites would always be a part of her, and she couldn't wait for the next rainbow slide adventure. The days in Sunnyville seemed brighter after Mia and Max's adventures. Mia often thought about the magical world and her new friends, eagerly awaiting the next opportunity to visit. One Saturday morning, Luna's enchanted pendant began to glow, signaling that it was time for another adventure. Mia grabbed her bag and called for Max. They hurried to the ancient oak tree, where the rainbow slide awaited them. With hearts full of excitement, they slid back into the magical world. This time, Luna and the sprites greeted them with even more excitement than before. Mia. Max. We're so glad you're here, Luna exclaimed. We need your help again. Something very precious to our world has gone missing. Mia's curiosity was piqued. What is it, Luna? Luna explained, a long time ago, a unicorn named Stardust roamed our land. He brought magic and happiness wherever he went. But one day, he disappeared, and we've been searching for him ever since. Recently, we've found clues that he might be trapped in the dark forest. Mia felt a surge of determination. We'll help you find Stardust, Luna. Just tell us what we need to do. Luna handed Mia a silver key and a piece of parchment with a map. This key will unlock the gates to the dark forest. The map will guide you, but be careful. The forest is filled with challenges and tricky paths. With the key and map in hand, Mia and Max set off toward the dark forest. As they approached the forest, the atmosphere grew darker and more mysterious. Tall, shadowy trees loomed overhead, and a thick mist swirled around their feet. Mia held the key tightly as they reached a large, iron gate. She inserted the key into the lock, and with a creak, the gate swung open. Taking a deep breath, they stepped into the dark forest. The path was narrow and winding, with strange noises echoing around them. Mia and Max walked cautiously, keeping their eyes on the map. The first challenge they encountered was a deep, wide chasm. The map showed a riddle that would reveal how to cross it. I have cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but no trees. I have water, but no fish. What am I? Mia thought hard, then smiled. A map. As soon as she spoke the answer, a magical bridge made of shimmering light appeared, spanning the chasm. Mia and Max crossed the bridge carefully, feeling relieved when they reached the other side. Continuing their journey, they encountered a dense thicket of thorny bushes blocking their path. The map showed another riddle. I am not alive, but I can grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, and I can drown. What am I? Mia pondered this for a moment before replying, fire. Immediately, the thicket parted, creating a clear path for them to walk through. Mia and Max moved forward, more confident with each step. The final challenge was a deep, dark cave. The entrance was guarded by a stone statue of a fierce dragon. The map revealed the last riddle. I am taken from a mine, and shut up in a wooden case, from which I am never released, and yet I am used by almost every person. What am I? Mia's face lit up with understanding. A pencil. The dragon statue's eyes glowed, and the cave entrance opened, revealing a tunnel lined with glowing crystals. Mia and Max walked through the tunnel, which led to a hidden clearing in the heart of the dark forest. In the center of the clearing, surrounded by a soft, golden light, stood Stardust the unicorn. His coat was pure white, and his mane and tail shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow. He looked at Mia and Max with gentle, grateful eyes. Mia approached Stardust slowly, feeling a sense of awe. Hello, Stardust. We've come to take you back to the Sprite Village. Stardust nuzzled Mia affectionately, and she felt a warm, magical energy flow through her. Max barked happily, his tail wagging in excitement. With Stardust leading the way, they made their journey back through the dark forest. The challenges they had faced seemed to melt away in Stardust's presence, and soon they were back at the edge of the forest, where Luna and the other sprites were waiting. The sprites cheered with joy when they saw Stardust. Luna's eyes sparkled with happiness. Thank you, Mia and Max. You've brought Stardust back to us. Our world is complete again. The entire village celebrated their return with a grand festival. There were magical performances, delicious food, and joyful music. Stardust roamed freely, spreading his magic and happiness to everyone. As the festivities continued, Luna presented Mia with a special gift, a small, enchanted bracelet. This bracelet is a symbol of our gratitude, Luna said. It will always remind you of the bond we share and the magic of our world. Mia slipped the bracelet onto her wrist, feeling a deep sense of connection to her friends in the magical world. Thank you, Luna. This means so much to me. As the sun set and the stars began to twinkle in the sky, Mia knew it was time to return home. She and Max said their goodbyes, promising to visit again soon. With one last ride down the rainbow slide, Mia and Max found themselves back in the clearing by the ancient oak tree. The world around them seemed brighter and more vibrant, filled with the magic and joy of their adventures. That night, as Mia lay in bed, she looked at the bracelet on her wrist and smiled. She knew that no matter where she went, the magic of the rainbow slide and the world of the sprites would always be a part of her. And so, Mia and Max drifted off to sleep, dreaming of colorful slides, enchanted meadows, and the next rainbow slide adventure that awaited them. I hope you enjoy listening to Rainbow Slide Adventure. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to tell about a story which is called Wizard's Wondrous Wand. Enjoy it. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a magical kingdom called Eldoria. Eldoria was a place where dragons soared through the sky, fairies danced in the meadows, and enchanted forests whispered secrets to those who would listen. In the heart of this kingdom, nestled between rolling hills and sparkling rivers, lay the bustling town of Glimmerbrook. In Glimmerbrook lived a young wizard named Finn. Finn was no ordinary wizard. Though he was young, he possessed a special gift for magic that amazed everyone he met. With his bright green eyes and wild, curly hair, Finn looked like he had stepped right out of one of the many storybooks he loved to read. Finn's greatest treasure was his wand, a gift from his grandfather, the great wizard Alaric. Alaric's wand was said to be the most powerful wand in all of Eldoria. It was made from the branch of an ancient willow tree and had a core of phoenix feather. The wand glowed with a soft, golden light whenever Finn used it, filling the air with warmth and wonder. Every day after school, Finn would rush home to practice his spells. His favorite place to practice was in the Enchanted Grove, a hidden clearing in the forest just outside Glimmerbrook. There, surrounded by towering trees and chirping birds, Finn felt the true magic of Eldoria all around him. One sunny afternoon, Finn was practicing a levitation spell. He pointed his wand at a small rock and chanted, Wingardium Leviosa. The rock wobbled, lifted a few inches off the ground, then plopped back down. Finn frowned and tried again, determined to get it right. On his third try, the rock floated smoothly into the air, spinning gently. Yes! I did it! Finn cheered, his heart swelling with pride. Just then, he heard a rustling noise behind him. Turning around, he saw a pair of bright, curious eyes peeking out from the bushes. Hello? Finn called, stepping closer. A small figure emerged from the bushes. It was a young girl with big, brown eyes and long, tangled hair. She wore a dress made of leaves and flowers, and her bare feet were dirty from running through the forest. "Hi," the girl said shyly. "I'm Lily. I've been watching you. Your magic is amazing." Finn blushed. "Thanks, Lily. I'm Finn. What are you doing here in the enchanted grove?" Lily's eyes sparkled with excitement. "I love exploring the forest and finding magical places like this. I wish I could do magic like you." Finn smiled. "Maybe I can teach you some spells. It's not as hard as it looks." Lily's face lit up. "Really? That would be wonderful." From that day on, Finn and Lily became the best of friends. Every afternoon, they would meet in the enchanted grove to practice spells, explore the forest, and share stories of their adventures. Finn taught Lily everything he knew about magic, and Lily showed Finn the secret paths and hidden wonders of the forest. One day, as they were wandering through the forest, they stumbled upon an old, moss-covered stone archway. Intrigued, they stepped through the archway and found themselves in a part of the forest they had never seen before. The air was thick with enchantment, and the trees seemed to whisper ancient secrets. In the center of this magical glade stood a magnificent tree unlike any they had ever seen. Its trunk was as wide as a house, and its branches reached high into the sky, covered in shimmering silver leaves. At the base of the tree, nestled among its roots, was a small, ornate chest. Finn and Lily exchanged excited glances. "Should we open it?" Lily asked, her voice trembling with excitement. Finn nodded, his heart pounding with anticipation. He pointed his wand at the chest and whispered a spell to unlock it. With a soft click, the chest opened, revealing a dazzling array of treasures. There were glittering jewels, golden coins, and at the very center, a wand that seemed to glow with a light of its own. Finn reached out and gently lifted the wand from the chest. As soon as his fingers touched it, he felt a surge of magic like he had never felt before. The wand was warm and pulsed with energy, as if it were alive. "Wow," Finn breathed. "This must be a very special wand." Lily nodded in awe. "It looks even more powerful than your grandfather's wand." Just then, a deep, rumbling voice echoed through the glade. "Who dares to disturb my resting place?" Finn and Lily spun around to see an enormous dragon emerging from the shadows. Its scales were a deep, shimmering green, and its eyes glowed like molten gold. Finn took a step back, his heart racing. "We're sorry. We didn't mean to intrude. We were just exploring." The dragon lowered its head, its golden eyes narrowing. "I am Thaler, guardian of the enchanted glade. You have found the Wand of Wonders, a powerful artifact that has been hidden here for centuries. Only one who is pure of heart and true of spirit can wield it." Finn held up the wand, his hand trembling. "I didn't mean to take it. It called to me." Thaler studied Finn for a long moment, then nodded. "I see you are indeed worthy, young wizard. The Wand of Wonders has chosen you. Use it wisely, for it holds great power." Finn and Lily exchanged astonished looks. "Thank you, Thaler," Finn said, bowing respectfully. Thaler inclined his head. "Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. The magic of the Wand of Wonders is strong, but it must be used for good. Now go, and may your heart always guide you." With that, the dragon turned and disappeared back into the shadows, leaving Finn and Lily standing in the glade, their hearts pounding with excitement and awe. As they made their way back to Glimmerbrook, Finn couldn't stop thinking about the Wand of Wonders and the incredible adventures that awaited them. Little did they know, their journey was only just beginning. The next morning, Finn and Lily woke up early, eager to explore the powers of the Wand of Wonders. They decided to meet at the Enchanted Grove before school. As they sat under the ancient willow tree, Finn carefully pulled the Wand of Wonders from his bag. "I wonder what this wand can do," Lily said, her eyes wide with curiosity. "Let's find out," Finn replied, his heart pounding with excitement. Finn stood up and pointed the wand at a nearby tree stump. He closed his eyes and concentrated, feeling the magic flow through him. "Transformus," he whispered. In an instant, the tree stump transformed into a beautiful, golden statue of a phoenix. Lily gasped in amazement. "Wow, Finn. That's incredible." Finn grinned. "This wand is definitely special." Just then, they heard a voice behind them. "Finn. Lily. What are you doing here so early?" They turned to see their friend, Max, running towards them. Max was a year older than Finn and Lily, and he loved adventure just as much as they did. His messy blonde hair and freckled face always seemed to be full of excitement. "We found a magical wand," Lily explained, pointing to the golden statue. Max's eyes widened. "No way. Can I try?" Finn hesitated for a moment, then handed the wand to Max. "Be careful," he said. "It's very powerful." Max nodded and took the wand. He pointed it at a pile of rocks and said, "Leviosa." The rocks floated into the air, spinning around in a graceful dance. Max laughed in delight. "This is amazing. I wish I could keep it." Finn smiled. "We can all share it. But remember, we have to use it for good." They spent the rest of the morning experimenting with the wand, transforming flowers into butterflies, turning pebbles into gold coins, and even making a small rainbow appear in the sky. The Wand of Wonders seemed to have limitless power, and the three friends were eager to discover all its secrets. When it was time for school, they reluctantly hid the wand in Finn's bag and hurried to class. Throughout the day, they couldn't stop thinking about their magical adventures and what they might do next. After school, they met up again and decided to visit Old Man Jasper. Old Man Jasper was the town's wise and eccentric inventor. He lived in a quirky, crooked house at the edge of Glimmerbrook, filled with strange gadgets and mysterious contraptions. Jasper had a long, white beard and twinkling blue eyes that seemed to know everything. "Mr. Jasper, we found something amazing," Finn said as they entered the cluttered workshop. Jasper looked up from his workbench, where he was tinkering with a peculiar clockwork bird. "Oh. And what might that be, my young friends?" Finn carefully pulled the Wand of Wonders from his bag and showed it to Jasper. The old man's eyes widened in surprise. "Well, I'll be a dragon's uncle." "That's the Wand of Wonders. Where did you find it?" "In the enchanted glade," Finn explained. "A dragon named Thaler said it chose me." Jasper nodded, stroking his beard thoughtfully. "Thaler is a wise and ancient guardian. If the wand chose you, Finn, it must see great potential in you. But remember, such power comes with great responsibility." Finn nodded. "We understand, Mr. Jasper. We want to use it to help people." Jasper smiled warmly. "That's the spirit. Now, let me show you something that might come in handy." He led them to a dusty bookshelf and pulled out an old, leather-bound book. The cover was decorated with intricate golden patterns, and the title read, "The Codex of Enchantment." "This book contains many spells and enchantments," Jasper explained. "It can help you learn how to use the Wand of Wonders properly. But be cautious, for not all spells are meant to be used lightly." Finn and his friends eagerly flipped through the pages, marveling at the illustrations and descriptions of magical creatures, potions, and incantations. They decided to borrow the book and study it together. Over the next few weeks, Finn, Lily, and Max devoted themselves to learning everything they could from the Codex of Enchantment. They practiced spells in the enchanted grove, using the wand to heal injured animals, grow beautiful gardens, and create light shows that dazzled the entire town of Glimmerbrook. Word of their good deeds spread quickly, and soon people from all over Eldoria came to see the young wizards and their wondrous wand. They helped farmers with their crops, healed the sick, and even mended broken bridges and buildings. Finn, Lily, and Max became beloved heroes, and their bond grew stronger with each passing day. But not everyone was happy about their newfound fame and power. In a dark, hidden corner of Eldoria, a wicked sorceress named Morgoth watched with envy and anger. Morgoth had once been a powerful wizard herself, but her heart had turned dark, and she was banished from the kingdom for her evil deeds. "Those foolish children think they can outshine me," Morgoth snarled, her eyes burning with malice. "I will take that wand and show them true power." One stormy night, as the friends were practicing a particularly tricky spell, a thick fog rolled into the enchanted grove. Finn, Lily, and Max looked around in confusion, their senses tingling with unease. "Something's not right," Finn said, gripping the wand tightly. Before they could react, Morgoth appeared before them in a swirl of dark magic. Her eyes gleamed with wicked intent as she pointed a gnarled finger at Finn. "Give me the Wand of Wonders, boy. It belongs to me." Finn stepped back, his heart pounding. "No. This wand was given to me by Thaler. It's meant to be used for good, not for your evil schemes." Morgoth's face twisted with rage. "You dare defy me? I will take it by force." She raised her hands, and bolts of dark energy shot towards Finn. He quickly raised the wand and cast a protective shield, but the force of Morgoth's attack was overwhelming. Lily and Max stood by his side, their faces determined. "We're with you, Finn," Lily said, her voice steady. Max nodded. "Together, we can beat her." Drawing strength from his friends, Finn focused all his energy on the Wand of Wonders. He remembered Thaler's words and the lessons from the Codex of Enchantment. He had to believe in himself and the power of friendship. With a powerful surge of magic, Finn cast a spell he had never tried before. Aurora Lumina. A brilliant beam of light shot from the wand, enveloping Morgoth in a blinding radiance. She screamed in fury as the light dissolved her dark magic, breaking her hold on the wand. With one final cry, she vanished into the fog, defeated and powerless. Finn, Lily, and Max stood in stunned silence, the glow of the wand slowly fading. They had done it. They had defeated Morgoth and protected the Wand of Wonders. "That was incredible, Finn," Lily exclaimed, hugging him tightly. Max grinned. "You were amazing." "We all were." Finn smiled, feeling a warmth spread through his heart. "We did it together. That's what made us strong." As the fog lifted and the stars shone brightly above, the friends knew their adventures were far from over. With the Wand of Wonders in their hands and the spirit of friendship in their hearts, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The next morning, Finn, Lily, and Max woke up to a bright, sunny day. News of their victory over Morgoth had spread throughout Eldoria, and the townspeople of Glimmerbrook welcomed them with cheers and celebration. Banners were hung, and flowers adorned the streets in their honor. Finn felt a mixture of pride and humility as he walked through the town. He never imagined that he and his friends would become such heroes. As they reached the town square, the mayor of Glimmerbrook, a kindly old woman named Mayor Alara, stepped forward to greet them. "Finn, Lily, Max," she said with a warm smile, "you have saved our town and possibly all of Eldoria from a great evil. We are forever grateful to you." The crowd erupted in applause, and the friends blushed with delight. Mayor Alara continued, "To show our gratitude, we have prepared a feast in your honor. Please, join us and share your stories of bravery." The feast was a joyous occasion. Tables were laden with delicious food, and music filled the air. Finn, Lily, and Max shared their adventures with the townspeople, who listened with rapt attention. The children of Glimmerbrook were especially fascinated by their tales, and crowded around them, eager to hear every detail. As the sun set and the festivities drew to a close, Mayor Alara presented Finn with a beautifully crafted wooden box. "This is a gift for you, Finn, to protect and cherish the Wand of Wonders. It is enchanted to keep the wand safe from any who might seek to misuse its power." Finn accepted the box with gratitude and carefully placed the wand inside. He felt a sense of peace knowing it was secure. The friends then headed to their favorite spot, the Enchanted Grove, to reflect on their journey. Sitting under the ancient willow tree, they talked about their adventures and the challenges they had faced. Finn looked at his friends and realized how much they had all grown. They were no longer just kids playing with magic, they were true wizards and heroes. "I couldn't have done any of this without you two," Finn said, his voice filled with emotion. "Thank you for always being there for me." Lily smiled. "We make a great team, Finn. And we still have so much to learn and explore." Max nodded. "This is just the beginning. There are so many more adventures waiting for us." As they sat there, gazing up at the stars, a soft, familiar voice echoed through the grove. "Well done, young wizards." They turned to see Thaler, the guardian dragon, emerging from the shadows. His golden eyes glowed warmly as he approached them. "Thaler!" Finn exclaimed. "What brings you here?" Thaler lowered his head in a respectful nod. "I came to commend you on your bravery and wisdom. You have proven yourselves worthy of the Wand of Wonders. But there is one final task you must undertake." Finn, Lily, and Max exchanged curious glances. "What is it, Thaler?" Lily asked. Thaler's gaze softened. "The Wand of Wonders is not just a tool for magic, it is a beacon of hope and light. There are many places in Eldoria that have fallen into darkness and despair. I ask that you use the wand to bring light and hope to those in need." Finn felt a surge of determination. "We will, Thaler. We'll use the wand to help as many people as we can." Thaler smiled. "I knew I chose wisely. Remember, the true power of the wand lies not in its magic, but in the goodness of your hearts. Farewell, young wizards. May your journey be filled with wonder and joy." With that, Thaler spread his wings and soared into the night sky, leaving a trail of shimmering stardust in his wake. The friends watched in awe until he disappeared from sight. The next morning, they prepared for their new mission. With the enchanted box safely containing the Wand of Wonders, they set off on their journey to bring light to the darkest corners of Eldoria. Their first destination was the village of Darkwood, which lay on the edge of a mysterious forest known for its eerie silence and perpetual twilight. As they approached Darkwood, they noticed the village was shrouded in a thick fog. The houses were dark and dilapidated, and the villagers moved about with weary expressions. It was clear that this place had been without joy for a long time. Finn took a deep breath and held up the Wand of Wonders. "Let's start by lifting this fog." He pointed the wand at the sky and chanted, "Fogus Clearum." A beam of light shot from the wand, dispersing the fog and allowing the sun to shine through. The villagers looked up in surprise, their faces slowly breaking into smiles. The friends spent the next few days using the wand to repair homes, heal the sick, and create beautiful gardens in the village. They held a festival, much like the one in Glimmerbrook, and taught the villagers simple spells to help them in their daily lives. The village of Darkwood began to thrive, and the people's spirits were lifted. Their journey continued, taking them to many more villages and towns across Eldoria. Each place had its own challenges, but with the Wand of Wonders and their unbreakable friendship, Finn, Lily, and Max brought hope and happiness wherever they went. In the village of Meadowbrook, they helped restore the magical fountain that provided clean water to the villagers. In the town of Crystal Haven, they banished a group of mischievous gremlins that were causing chaos. In the city of Starfall, they repaired the great clock tower that had been stuck for centuries, bringing back the town's sense of time and order. As they traveled, they learned more about themselves and each other. Finn's confidence as a leader grew, Lily's intuition and connection to nature deepened, and Max's bravery and quick thinking became invaluable. They met new friends, discovered ancient secrets, and even found time for a few playful adventures along the way. One evening, as they camped under the stars near the Sea of Tranquility, Finn reflected on how far they had come. "We've done so much good, but there's still so much more to do." Lily nodded. "And we'll do it, together. There's no challenge too great when we stand united." Max grinned. "Yeah, and with this wand, we can make the impossible possible." As they gazed out over the shimmering sea, they felt a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment. They knew their journey would continue, filled with both trials and triumphs, but they were ready for whatever lay ahead. Years passed, and Finn, Lily, and Max became legendary figures in Eldoria. The Wand of Wonders was passed down through generations, always choosing those who were pure of heart and true of spirit. The friend's story was told and retold, inspiring countless young wizards and adventurers. And so, the legacy of the Wand of Wonders lived on, a symbol of hope, friendship, and the enduring power of goodness. Finn, Lily, and Max's adventures had changed Eldoria forever, proving that with courage, kindness, and a little bit of magic, even the darkest times could be transformed into a tale of wonder and joy. I hope you enjoy listening to Wizard's Wondrous Wand.